Oh my god, people, we have a bunch of replays that just came out from the WCS 2014 along with IEM Toronto. Got a great opportunity to bring you some really killer action because they released the cool replays. We got Maru versus DRG. This is from GSL Code S. They're part of the WCS series as well, so we even have Code A in there. So there's going to be a lot of cool replays coming down the pipe. And a lot of these are really exciting for me because I actually didn't get to watch all of these games. As much as I love StarCraft, I haven't subscribed to the GSL full play of all the different games. I know they release a bunch of them eventually on the GOM TV account, but still, a lot of these series I haven't watched in their entirety, maybe one or two games. And they're recent enough to be a part of the current meta, which is awesome. Sometimes you get these replay packs and they're mega old, and you're, oh, well, I guess it's kind of relevant. These are fresh. I'm happy about it. Anyways, have myself a drink. And we're going to go and see what these two guys bring to the table. Code S round of 32. Looks like we're going to have a quick... Is that for Scout? Yeah, it's for Scout. I'm like, either that or it's a ridiculously early expansion. Maru got really killer control. People should be quite familiar with him by now. It is going to be a Reaper opening. And so, wouldn't be too surprised to see a pool go down first. But DRG is also known for great control. Might go for that. Well, he's saving up enough. Yeah, he will be going for that there hatch first. Maru is also extremely well known for proxy 2 racks. So this guy's not even going all the way across the map. He was just making sure he was getting proxy 2 racks as a hatch first. And I don't think he's going to go gas before a pool. It's a possibility. But with his Reaper going to be on the way there, those kind of delays might cost him a drone or two. Be very unfortunate. Reaper, orbital, command center. Straight forward. Or is he going to wall off? That would actually be very interesting if he did that first. He is actually going to wall off first. Whatever. Pool was started, it looks like gas started about the same time as that there pool. We shouldn't be doing too bad from this Reaper. Reapers take 40 in-game seconds. 40? It's 40, right? 45. It's 2 Reapers coming out as well. So I might actually get the factory. No, we're not going to get the factory. I'm high. We will be getting that command center. It's interesting that it is what I would call slightly delayed. Allows me to get out that extra Reaper and the wall-off supply depot down in place. This is game 1 of a best of 3, so sometimes you want to get things a little bit safer. Double Reaper opening is going to protect you against most early Zergling pressures, though you don't see that super often on this map. Reaper will get in. Queens are on the way. There are 6 lings popping out here pretty quick. He's going to try to micro really close. He's not going to get that drone. Ooh, that was a real nick of time spore crawler trying to make the extractor over itself. Doesn't work that way, DRG. Little cherry vodka goes a long ways. Zerglings really just trying to mitigate damage. He doesn't want to lose any of the Zerglings. So I'm going to get that queen out here in just a second. Maru's going to be very careful. Sometimes that queen can pop out and get the last couple shots you need to kill off that Reaper. Double Reaper now. Speed is on the way. Won't take too long to finish up. Command center is the 3rd Reaper, actually. Still moving with that. 3 Reapers and then the factory. So this is going to be some pretty heavy early game pressure. 3 Reapers can do a great job against queens. There is an extra queen on the way, though. 2 at the front, 1 about to pop in the main. So he's got to start getting some damage in on these, but with speed about to finish up and 2 queens at the front, could be a little tough. DRG is going to have to save a little bit of energy there. He's going to want to transfuse. We'll see if he's going to even try to throw down a creep tumor. Yes, he is. You can see he's throwing the creep tumor further back, so it doesn't get sniped by the Reapers. Very amateur thing. A lot of times you want to put that creep tumor right up front, but if you can't plant it down, it wastes quite a bit of energy just to get it denied. Reapers are heading home. He knows the timing of speed. Speed to finish up in the next 20 seconds or so. It is a 3 command center opening. You can see this is actually really nifty. Building up a little bit of gas there, but with just 1 gas, he's on to 3 command centers and double helium production. So it's a really just solid overall kind of opening build. On this side, DRG obviously has got himself a killer economy. Units-wise, we can see 34 workers to 26. Mules are going to bridge that difference, so he's making 6 workers at a time. Stimpack is now on the way for the Terran. So we'll see if DRG can just essentially hold out till he gets that killer economy. Wall off finish at the front. This queen's got no fear. We still haven't seen what the next transition point for Maru is. I'd be very surprised if it was anything but, yeah, double engineering bay. Now this is mega greedy for people that don't really know. This like fast 3rd CC double engineering bay before even a 2nd and 3rd racks go down. Super greedy. But he's going to get away with it essentially. If there was a big roach bust coming out of this, probably would have gotten quite a bit of damage. But the roach bust is a little bit risky. Targeting the queen with a bit more energy there. Doesn't look like he's going to get it. He's got, you know, 2 transfuses available, so it's not going to be worth him losing any of his map control trying to pick those off. 4 more Hellions about to catch up. Going for a bit of a surround with these Lings here, but he didn't see the other Hellions coming in. One transfuse goes down. I believe there's at least 1 more remaining. Yes, there is. Took a fair bit of damage on some of these Hellions though, but he hasn't lost anything yet. He wants the Reapers out front. Reapers tank better than the Hellions do, obviously, with their regenerative abilities. And no fear here out of DRG. Even more Queens. 1-1 started. But just slightly behind the Terrans 1-1. So they're doing alright. Finally, we're going to see the explosion of production buildings here. Starport on the way. More barracks. Stim is about to finish up. He'll be in a good spot. These Lings are just kind of on the prowl. This amount of Hellions, and did he lose one of the Reapers? I guess he must have. I love the really heavy queen openings. DRG saw with his Overlord over here that it was essentially going to be a macro game, so he's not producing any units he doesn't have to. Extra queens to move that creep around. Kind of surprised there's not more to the north. A lot of the times Zerg's wanting to go for the 4th and the gold or the 4th down here. But he might be expanding this way and using it as attack route towards the Terran's 3rd. We'll see what his plan is. Baneling Nest on the way. Lair's about to finish up. And this delayed Lair style and higher economy style, this is really about scouting. If he had seen that the Terran player was going up to his 2nd and 3rd racks, up to 4th and 5th racks, you wanted that a bit sooner. You want more attacking units, more damage. But knowing that he's comfortable with a late game macro kind of style, see DRG not panicking, rushing to get that up. Banelings, Zerglings, no rush on that Spire, though I would expect it fairly soon. And this creep spread is ridiculous through this side of the map. Once again, I would like to see it over here, because this angle for the Terran to come and attack with, if Maru sees this, it's going to be an amazing jump off point to come in here and attack this 3rd, because there's nothing really there to defend. Zerglings, they got that speed started right away for the Baneling Nest. Really fun to go for those nice sneaky Baneling hits, just to run over onto this side. I'm actually kind of a fan of putting the bunker behind a wall off of the depots, because a lot of times the Banelings will almost destroy all of themselves, killing the wall. If your bunker is part of that wall, a lot of the time the Marines you have at home to defend get killed as well. So all of his original harassment units are protecting the 3rd, as well as a double drop moving out. And this is something I think a lot of amateur Terrans have to get used to trying, is just this double medevac push out. The mutas aren't on the map, and you generally know pretty fast when the mutas are on the map. You've got all this damage that you can use and pick up and run away quite easily. Oh, he didn't even get the cancel on that. A little bit of a mistake from DRG. Once again, no creep on this side. Baneling speed's just about to finish though. Didn't lose a single Marine out of that. Got a bit of damage on that medevac. Bunch of Zerglings get caught out on this side. Looks like they wanted to go for some damage. He's going to have to kill some of this creep here pretty soon. But Baneling speed is finished now. 2-2. Same timing for both players. We see the first bit of mutas coming out. I wonder if more Banelings would have been a more practical use. Gonna have to... Oh, he's actually not going to commit to that. Might run around the other side here. We'll see. Finally, a little bit of creep over here. We got some Widow Mines in place, trying to pull out a few units to bait the shots. Pretty good detonations on those Widow Mines. Took a lot of Banelings. DRG's got a lot of supply over here, though. Having these Hellions as part of your army in these attacks, so helpful. Looks like Terran player's just gonna barely get cleaned up. Nice shots on those Hellions once again. And Maru is gonna have to piece out of there. Mutas are gonna grab at least 2 medevacs, but it stops there. Terran does not have a 4th CC on the way. He doesn't have to worry about it as fast. Problem for the Zerg player, though, is this 4th hatch very, very delayed. Does he have a macro hatch? Yes, he does have 1 macro hatch. Important thing to add into your arsenal as a Zerg player, just more production capability. Trying to get back to moving that creep. Hasn't moved as far on this side once again. He's going to try to slow it down. It's not a big army for Maru here. A lot of banelings in play and a whole bunch more morphing. It's going to be a tough fight. Yeah, DRG looks like he's probably going to just clean this up. Pretty good splits, but some big baneling hits to the north. He's just trying to tank his way through it. Widow Mines are going to burrow, but looks like banelings will take them out first. And Maru is going to get pushed back once again. He's got to keep that medevac count high, though. Very, very important for him. And unfortunately, as I say that, it looks like he's just going to lose a couple. Couple of random units down on this side, just doing whatever damage they can. This base has not really gone up and been useful yet. This one's just started over here. Maru's kind of got to collect himself now. That was a lot of mules. 3-3 on the way. We don't even have Hive yet started for the Zerg players, so there is going to be a good window, that early late game Terran window that they always have with the upgrade advantage. Supplies are getting pretty close to evened out, and a lot of the times when we look at the economy, it's actually pretty close. Sometimes the Zerg players got way more workers than the Terran player does, and therefore their army is a lot weaker. Pretty good chunk of units here from the Zerg player, but we see Maru just macroed up off these 3 bases so well. But his main, look at the saturation on this. He's really going to have to think. He does have a command zone on the way, is what to say, thinking about taking his 4th pretty soon. Don't think Widow Mines have that burrow speed yet either. Marauders in the front to be a bit more tanky. Widow Mines in position. Ooh, big hits with some of those banelings there. Even though Maru's macroing up well, he doesn't seem to be getting great engagements here. Nice little drop on this side. He's going to focus down the hatch, and he should be able to get it. Back on this side, another little hit squad. Likely just going to get wiped the hell out. And he's going to plummet a whole bunch in supply. He sniped 1 hatch. The other one's up and going just fine. Next army is rallied out. And the beauty of Maru, even though it looks like he's losing these fights, the beauty is that he's actually keeping all the pressure on the Zerg player. The Zerg player really hasn't been able to turn around and get any damage on the other side. Random medevac, just gonna die. Looks like the muta's finally gonna try to move across the map. Almost get caught out there though. Get all them changelings. Did clean out the creep dropper there, Overlord. Scans, sees the size of this army coming across. It is off creep. And I don't know if this is a bit of an overstep from DRG here. He's getting some okay trades, but off creep. Yeah, that went horrible for him. Really impatient. Tried to get in there before this base went down. Just couldn't break it though off of creep. 10 banelings morphing in right now. The mutas are going to try to put the pressure on the Terran player and force him to come home. But I don't think the Maru is going to do that. On this side, there's no defense though. 0 defense. In the lower leagues, like, how does he get away with no missile turrets? But that's just part of the pressure. Looks like Maru's probably going to lose a chunk of economy. But he's pushing down on this side. DRG trying, well, hoping to catch Maru napping there with some of those. So many SCVs are getting killed off here. This is going to be terrible if Maru doesn't actually find a way to do a ton of damage with this. He knows where the mutas are, so he's actually going to pick up. But the mutas are on the retreat, and he's over top of creep still. So I don't know if I agree with this pickup. He's going to try to drop the Marauders first, so that way they soak up any of the Baneling hits. Put the Marines in the back. Pretty clever. That's actually really, really clever to think about how he prioritized dropping out the Marauders to soak up Banelings so the Marines could go in there and do damage against the Mutas. Kind of a desperation push here from DRG, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Just want to see what the worker kill count is. Actually, it wasn't as much as I thought it was. And DRG taps out. Pretty solid game out of Maru. Just shows that power of the Terran macro on that side, and something that Zerg players are having a tough time dealing with these days. SeKo Starcraft, thanks everybody for watching. Got more games coming at you.